Goldmine of your mind for financial freedom, how to hack your mind for financial success. To this event and to this platform. My name is Ayo Benson Olariwaju. I am a fellow of ACCA and a fellow of ICANN. I got my MBA from Oxford in the United Kingdom. Some of you might be familiar with my radio program, Goldmine of Your Mind podcast. I did this program a while ago, and then I've combined the 13 best episodes of this program, and I'll tell you how to get it at the end of this webinar. You're also aware that I'm the author of the best-selling book, Goldmine of Your Mind, Your Fast Track to Abundance. I will also tell you how you're going to get the book at the end of this webinar. Well, talking about the book, my friend, Right Honorable Tim Stephen, is a member of Parliament for Newham, London. He actually attended this book launch last year in London. And he said of the book, he said it's one of the best books he's read in a long time, that it is truly potentially life-changing. I thank Stephen for his kind words. The past president of ICANN also said glowing tributes about the book. I wouldn't dwell a lot on the book so that we can get right to what we need to learn today. Right Honorable Robert Emmanuel Hayes was the first indigenous pilot in Nigeria. I came to my book launch at the age of 81, and he also said great things about the book. These are other men of influence at the book launch last year. There are too many people to mention them by names. If you are aware that I'm the founder of Manastore.com, it's a procurement and logistics company helping people buy stuff from UK and US, and we've been around for a while. So all the knowledge you've accumulated to build a great business is some of the things I'm going to share with you at the seminar that I'm organizing on 27th of May. I'm also the founder of MBC Consult. Is a UK-based company which specializes in human performance driven by understanding of how the brain works to generate exponential results within the business environment and beyond. As a life coach, when I coach people, miracles happen because I know how to reach the depth of people's underlying patterns which produce their results. So I'm also going to talk about our blog. We have over 1.2 million visitors and page views. And if you have a business and you want to promote it, we will help you with that free of charge. Now, I've been doing seminars, and a few people have actually attended my seminars, and they've found out it is life-changing. The seminars have been life-changing. So that's part of what I do. So I've told you about the radio program and how to get the best 13 episodes of that program. Now, how to find your talent. For those that have registered for my seminar, what I've done is I've sent a few resources to them. I've sent some resources to them to allow them prepare. And one of those resources is a psychometric test. This psychometric test, it helps you discover what your strengths are. What do you love to do, and what are you good at doing? There are two important questions to answer to discover your passion. Now, the psychometric test takes about 10 to 15 minutes to do, and you're gonna get at least 22-page analysis of yourself I've had interviews all over the place, channels, NTA, and the rest of them. And when I go to those interviews, I get a lot of calls from people asking for my help. And I thought it's impossible for me to actually help people one-on-one. So that's why I started doing this webinar and seminars to actually help a lot of people. That's myself talking about self-development at Super Screen. Actually, last week, actually this week, Tuesday or thereabout, the Nation newspaper published my interview, about this seminar, the seminar taking place on 27th of May, and it is very important that we give back to the community, and this is one of the ways I do that. I was also on Kakaki, on Monday this week, talking about Nigeria and how to make it better. Yeah. Peter Drucker said, you must know your strength and find a vocation where that strength is needed and operate in that area. It doesn't matter what your weaknesses are, you will excel. You will excel. So, I've talked about the psychometric test. You need to gain self-awareness. That is, you need to know yourself in order to be the best that you can be. This psychometric test, I've already sent it to those people who have registered for the seminar. If you haven't registered for the seminar, go on Ayo Benson, click on Breakthrough Financial Freedom Seminar and register. So, how your mind works. This is very, very important. Now, we are in the full content of the webinar, and this is very, very important. How your mind works is very, very critical because about hard work. It's not just about talent. It's not just about brilliance. It is important that you understand how your mind works. And if you understand how your mind works, then you can manipulate your mind to do whatever you want it to do, including succeeding in life. Now, let's break it down. The part of your mind where you have control is only about 10%, and that's your conscious mind. That's where you pay attention, okay? The remaining powerful part of your mind, 90%, runs automatically, just like autopilot. Today, you will learn how to access that powerful part of your mind where miracle happens. Okay? Now, the Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Okay? Then the analysis of the mind. You see, this picture shows your conscious mind. That's where you put your attention. That's your present mind. Okay? Then your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind directs your action. It automates what you do. When you breathe, when you digest your food, when you encounter danger, what action do you take automatically? All these things are automated. However, in learning, when we started learning how to walk, how to talk, we also learn our beliefs, which I'm going to talk about later. Those beliefs get you to operate automatically, gets you to operate on autopilot. Why is this good and why is it bad? I'll share that with you as we go along. See, the analysis of the human mind, the conscious part is 10%. subconscious 50 to 60%, and the unconscious 30 to 40%. Your unconscious mind are, deep-seated. You can't actually access it except through some powerful processes like hypnosis and all of that. But you don't necessarily have to. How you can actually manipulate this part of your mind is what we're going to share as we go along. Your conscious mind is part that analyzes, criticizes, and thinks logically all day long. It is where you put your attention, okay? Why is your conscious mind powerful? Though it's 10%, but it is powerful because it helps you direct your focus. It has the ability to direct your focus. And it also has the ability to imagine that which is not real. That is, where visualization may help you create that which you want. Now, the power of thoughts. The power of thoughts. Your thoughts generate your emotion. Your emotion generates your action. Your action generates your result. What does that mean? Your thoughts generate your emotion. Have you actually examined that before? Because we do have about 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And most of us, we do our thinking passively. We just let our thinking, just let it happen to us. You will learn how to make sure that you direct your thoughts towards a way that works best for you. Okay. Now, how we learn our beliefs? How do we learn to talk? How do we learn to walk? We do so by imitating the adults around us. My friend, that is also the way we learn our beliefs. And our beliefs is what takes us to the height of success or failure, as the case may be. So it is very, very powerful, and it is very important that you understand this fact. Pray it, but you must also know how to adapt your knowledge to give you what you want in life. The Indian elephant. I've said this a few times on TV, and I've made the analysis. You see, the elephant in India, they tie the elephants to a small stone when they are babies. See a small baby elephant, they tie that elephant with a flimsy rope and tie it to a stone. Okay, the elephant tries and tries and tries to actually escape, but is unable to escape. So this elephant is conditioned that it is incapable of escaping from that flimsy rope and stone. Now, when the elephant is big and massive and is capable of actually uprooting the whole tent, the elephant will still be tied with that flimsy rope and tied to that little stone. And the elephant will not try to move. The reason for that, my friend, is beliefs, is conditioning. So my question to you is, what conditioning have you experienced that is limiting you? What conditioning is preventing you from understanding what your powers are? What conditioning is stopping you? Okay? Let's assume that this elephant that is completely unaware of its powers, here comes a wild elephant that hasn't been tamed from the wild. And it comes around and whispers to the tamed elephant that, look, you are so powerful and you are so strong, and this is what you're capable of doing. You're capable of not only escaping from here, but of even greater stuff. You can uproot trees, you can do this, you can do that. Now, let's take it that I am your wild elephant today. Let's use that metaphor. I am telling you that you are very, very powerful. Very, very powerful indeed. And there is no limit to your capability. Your beliefs pave way for your success. It's either paves way for your success or it blocks you. Okay? Actually, that's a quote from Marshall Snetter. I better just read it. Your beliefs pave your way to success or block you. That is because our life status. And this is another quote from Louis L. Ray. We learn our belief system as very little children, and then we move through life creating experiences to match our beliefs. Look back in your own life and notice how often you've gone through the same experience. Okay? Now, what's the driver for our actions? What's the driver for our actions? Now, beliefs, patterns, subjective maps of reality. Now, this is really, really very, very important, and this is very powerful. We've talked about beliefs, but what about patterns? Do you know anyone? I've, as a coach, I've encountered a lot of challenges with people where you see a mother who had a child as a 15-year-old, okay? And coincidentally, the daughter will also go the same way, get pregnant at 15 and have a child. And if you're not careful, the daughter of the daughter will also get pregnant at 15 and also have a child. That's what you call a pattern. Let me give you another example. Another pattern is, you see some people, they get a job, they start well, after a while, they stop doing well and they're fired. And then they get another job, they started well, and after a while, they're fired. They get another job, they started well, and then after a while, they're fired. It's a pattern. Now, I'm not saying that patterns are all bad. There are people that, if you've heard that, when they say something like, oh, that individual has got a Midas touch. They will say somebody has got a Midas touch. That means everything that individual does goes well. Everything that individual does is successful. That's a pattern, okay? Now, let's look at subjective maps of reality. What does that mean? You see, as individuals, we have specific ways we look at life. We have specific way in which we view the world, and that is what we call our own map. We have individual map. Even if we were raised in the same home, I will have a different map for my sister and for my brother because we are unique individuals. Now, why is this important? It is important because the way you see life is the way you're gonna play life. See life as positive and enjoyable, that's what you're gonna get. If you see life as a battle, that's what you're gonna get. Just get battle all the time. If you see life as a challenge, that's what you're going to get. So whatever your subjective map of reality is what you get. I'm going to move faster now because time is running out. When you change the way you look at things, if you look at this picture, it's a picture of an old woman, obviously. But if you're viewing this from your phone and you turn it upside down, which I'm going to do in a minute, you see a different picture. Same picture, but different way of looking at it. So let's do that now. See? So the picture of an old woman has turned into a beautiful woman. Okay. So what I'm trying to say to you here is the way you see life is very, very important, and you determine that. You determine the way you want to see life. But because most of us, we have conditioning, as I've identified earlier, it is important that we get help to see life the way the way it will be actually very beneficial for us. Okay? Now, is your mind working for or against you? Is your mind working against you? You see that picture? If you've been in a situation whereby you set a big goal for yourself and you take one step forward and 2 steps backwards, it's probably your subconscious mind working against you. That means that goal that you set contradicts your beliefs. It contradicts your beliefs. So how do you fix that? That's some of the things we're going to look at as we go forward. So, how do you manipulate your mind to get what you want out of life? Now, this is the reason why I have packaged a powerful program to teach at the seminar, Breakthrough Financial Freedom Seminar, which will have time to go deep and carry out exercises that gives you the power of instantaneous change. Now, when I say exercises, these are specific exercises that will teach you to do on the day, and you can then go home and practice it until it becomes automatic. Now, let me give you an example. If you drive a car, if you're a driver, if you can drive, imagine that when you started learning to drive, it might be quite challenging because you have so many things to think about, and because your conscious mind is limited, it is very, very difficult for you to cope at that point. But as time goes on, you do this thing over and over again, and you realize that you're getting better and better and better. And at some point, by the time you become an expert, by the time you become an expert driver, you don't even think about what you're going to do next. You just do it automatically. So the process of changing your mindset, the process of changing your beliefs is something similar to that. Is at the beginning, it might be very slow, but if you consistently apply the methods, you're gonna be brimming with confidence, and you're gonna see a brighter future for yourself, and then life just gives to you what you want out of it. Okay? Now, if you haven't registered for the seminar, or you've registered but haven't paid, then do so immediately after this webinar to get 50% discount. Well, that's the good news. The bad news is that we are running out of space, as I don't want too many people, to the extent that cannot pay attention to individual requests or questions on the day. Okay? Now, let's talk about opportunities staring you in the face today. So the reason why I put forward the issue of the mind, how to manipulate your mind is, you may have all the knowledge in the world, you may have all the confidence in the world, but if you don't get your mind right, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for you to actually succeed at anything that you do. So the reason why I put the mind issue forward is get your mind fixed and everything else will follow. Because if we teach you all the knowledge and do not have the right mindset, even if you try to apply what we've taught you, it is, probably gonna get the results. So now that we've got the issue of mind out of the way, the issue of mind and mindset, and we're gonna complete that at the seminar. Let me now give you some tips about what you can do immediately to earn extra income, and if you do it properly, you may actually create wealth in the process. So let's examine the issues involved here. So let's talk about the internet. Internet is a leveler. Internet is a leveler. Now, I read this book some years ago. It's called My Life and Work by Henry Ford. You may ask why bring Henry Ford into internet? Well, Henry Ford, wrote a book about 100 years ago. At the beginning of the book, he opened with the fact that, oh, what a wonderful time to be alive, and that, there were so many opportunities all around them at the time, and that, life was great. Well, if you look at what was available 100 years ago and what is available today, is like comparing a bucket of water to the ocean, right? It's like comparing a bucket of water to the ocean. There is no comparison, okay? So today we are living at a time where we have unlimited opportunity. Actually, too many opportunities, which is what I'm also going to address at the seminar. Is when people have too many choices, most people are frozen. Most people they don't know what to do. They don't know what to take. They don't know which option to take. So I think that's the challenge most of our young people are facing today. Is there are too many choices, and they have no idea. Okay, should I go left? Should I go right? Should I go back? Should I go front? They don't know. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Now, Henry Ford saw big opportunities 100 years ago, but perhaps that's why he was one of the richest people in the world at the time. Today, I'm saying to you today that this is the best time to be alive because the opportunities are so numerous. Maybe somebody will laugh at me in 100 years' time and say, what is he talking about? What opportunities? But we're here and now, and let's move forward. Ford is still one of the foremost car manufacturers today. It's incredible after 100 years. Well, I've already said this, we're in an era of great opportunities, and the opportunities are all online. Why is the internet why does the internet offer such a big opportunity for individuals? It's the global reach, the instantaneous communication, the instantaneous payment, connections, opportunities. You see, you can today communicate with somebody in China, China, and get a transaction done, offer a service, get paid for it in a matter of 5 minutes. Right? if you consider that there are 3.7 billion people online today, that just tells you that the opportunities available is almost limitless. Okay. Yeah, I just said it. 51% of the world population is online today. It has increased. The population has increased from 1999 to 2013, tenfold, and still growing rapidly, right? So, and we reached milestones more quicker, decades after decades after decades, and there is nothing in history of the world with such rapid growth ever. Now, there are 3.7 billion people on the internet today. 3.7 billion, already said that. Internet allows efficiency and profitability. I'll show you how to exploit these opportunities. Now, whatever you do, whatever business you do, marketing is king. Marketing is the key because you have to reach out to people and you need to know how to reach out to people. But especially when you talk about online marketing, there are rules, and these rules are changing so rapidly that you can hardly keep up. Now, what I'm gonna say to you is, try, and start something. Don't look for, like I've warned earlier. When you have too many choices, you may end up being frozen and be unable to actually take any action. I have a little story. It's a long story, but I'm gonna just cut it short. That's my daughter you're looking at there. Very beautiful. She had a church program some times ago, and she dragged me along to a jewelry shop to buy some jewelries for the event. So we were there, and I got chatting with the owner of the shop, and she has a reasonably sized shop and a reasonable number of customers, but she confided that she was struggling to pay her bills and all that. And I asked her if she has an online presence. She said no. She doesn't know how to do that. And then, by the way, she's a small player, and how do I expect her to go online? And after much persuasion, she did. And I taught her a few tricks, and which she applied. And 3 months down the line, she doubled her sales. Combining what she's selling from shop and then dragging traffic from online to her shop using discounts and all of that. There are routes to that. There are methods to that, which is actually included in a program that I have, which I'm going to introduce to you later, and how you can get the program free of charge. My daughter has got a lot of free jewelry since then, which I frown upon, but they don't listen to me. So if you know what you're doing, you too can double yourself within a very short period of time. Knowing what to do is half the battle. I think I've already said that. Not doing what you know is the major cause of failure in life. So, does doing business online guarantee success? Nope. No. You've got to learn. You've got to be committed to learning, because things are moving online so rapidly that you can't keep up. And if you want to do that on your own, that in itself will kill your initiative, because the time you're going to spend trying to figure it out, you just be encountering a deluge and deluge of options. Let's say if you search for, say, how to sell online in Google, you get like 1 million options. Where do you go from there? It's very important that you stand on the shoulder of giants so that you can become a giant yourself. So I'm not going to dwell too much about what we've done. We've done great things, starting from 0 to hundreds of millions. And in my head, and in my heart as well, I love helping people. And the reason why I love helping people is because I've got a lot of help in my life too. So when we started our business, I was helping, young entrepreneurs. I encouraged them to start a business, you know, get on with it, and then they're succeeding. Now it got to a point where there are too many people to help, and I started doing newsletters for them. Then I started doing radio programs. Now there is one young lady who, she was a graduate at the time, and she finished service, and she was looking for a job for like 2 years, and she couldn't find a job. She encountered my business development manager, and they talked about selling bags and blah, 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 and then she started with 100,000. 6 months down the line, a single order was 3,500 pounds. I talked about her, at seminars, and talked about her on this TV program. That was in 2012. That was a long time ago. So we've been in this business for a long time. If you want to see, a copy of that episode of this interview, it's on my Facebook page. Just type Ayo Benson 44, and you'll be able to view it again. There are two versions. There is the full version of about 15 minutes, and then there is a shorter version of about 6 minutes. That may inspire you actually, and that is the reason why I put it on my Facebook page. It got to a point where, helping people individually become difficult. So I started this radio program, talking to people about how to do business. Not only that, how to also succeed in life. Then I wrote this book, Goldmine of Your Mind, Your First Track to Abundance, to even reach more people. Now, let me talk a little bit about the book. After I published the book in UK, and before I launched the book, I gave one copy to a friend of mine who, with 2 master's degree, who was unemployed for a long time. See, the good thing about Europe is if you're unemployed, government takes care of you. So he's being taken care of by government, but that's not a good life because you're so bored out of your mind. So he read the book, and then when he came to the book presentation in East London last year, he bought 10 books. And I wondered to myself, oh, really? Why? Why will he buy 10 books? He already got one, free of charge. Okay, anyway, to cut a long story short, 3 months down the line, he invited me to his the launch of his training program, training business. And at the event, he then asked me to stand up, and I don't like publicity like that. And he said the reason why he was able to park his excuses to one side and go for his dreams is because he read my book. And people are clapping for me, and I don't like publicity like that. And that was a little embarrassing. But why I'm sharing that with you is, you never know which story will inspire you. Maybe it's a story you hear from somewhere else, or maybe it's a story you read in a book. It depends. Whatever you encounter in life can inspire you. I want you to be inspired. So most people have got a book. If you're listening to me, you probably have got a book. Please don't just get the book, but please read it, because that is how to get maximum benefit from it. Okay? Now, A to Z of how to succeed in business, and then the catalyst for growth is the internet. Yeah? You got to know the rules. Now, let me talk a little bit about Facebook. Facebook in Nigeria alone, there are 16 million people on Facebook alone. Now, why Facebook is good for business is they have so much information about us to the extent that they may predict what you're going to do next. So they have so much information. So let's how do you use this? Let's say you're selling sportswear, and you want to advertise to people who they don't just love sport, but they are in love with sportswear. So you can pick them out, advertise to them, and you realize that you get quicker and better result, right? Facebook allows you to do that. No other platform allows you to do that. And the good news as well is Facebook is very, very, very cheap when it comes to their adverts. Okay? And apart from the money you pay for the advert, you also get this timeline engagement with your audience, with your customer. So it is really, really a very, very good source of leads. Most people haven't latched onto it yet. Most people are focusing on AdWords. That AdWords is the adverts you see on Google when you get search. That's also very effective, but it's much more expensive. It's very, very expensive. So how to reach your ideal customer? I just, described, this sportswear example. That's one way. But there are even more ways to do that, which is in the program I call Online Business Success Masterclass. Online Business Success Masterclass. Okay? We'll talk about that later. Now, why do you need to have plan B in life? Why? Why do you need to have plan B? Well, you don't need to. Yeah, I'm being truthful. You don't need to. But you have to have one. Okay? Because if you are in a job, let's say you're in a very good job, maybe you're getting paid well, and you're satisfied with your work environment, the way the global environment is now, if you are in a job for 2 years, you're very lucky, no matter how good you are. So if you have a plan B, you will find out that you're under less stress. And the internet allows you to have a plan B, such that you are able to do that business as you also do your job without one infringing on the other. So let me give you an example of how to have a plan B. Is a teacher's reward in heaven? I think we hear this a lot. The teacher's reward is in heaven. Okay. I don't think it should be. If you know what you're doing. Let me tell you a quick story. This teacher in UK, for you to hire a teacher to give your children extra lessons in UK, you will be looking at £250 to £300 per week. Most parents, average parents can't afford that. But you know what? Average parents would love to give their children extra help, to give them a good start in life. This teacher spotted that gap and created an online program. Let me just keep it simple. Created a video. Created a video, recorded the syllabus for English and Maths for kids 5 to 11. Just English and Maths. Well, he co-opted some of his colleagues to do that because it's quite large. It's not something you can do by yourself. You can do it by yourself, but it's going to take a long time. So he co-opted his colleagues to create that project. And so how did he market it? Yeah? Advertise targeting parents. Did we just talk about targeting on Facebook? Yeah. So you gather emails, give free products. You see, some of the key lessons, about 2-3 hours, give them free to the parents. To the children, but through the parents. And the parents loved it so much that, they started asking him can we actually have more? So he started selling it, and started selling it online. And the good thing is, the cost of production is actually just the cost of putting the videos together, because it distributes it online. So When parents are interested in buying it, parents just download it. They just download the program. Well, now, if you sell that program to parents for £500 instead of paying £300 per week, do you think they will buy it or not? Do you think they will like it or not? Absolutely. And the teacher sold loads and loads and loads and loads of it. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get similar results, but it depends on you, and it depends on how you apply the knowledge that you get. So that brings me to this program I put together, some times ago. It's still very, very popular, and it's still selling very, very well. And I'm not actually selling it to you, so don't just listen to me. I'm not selling you something. Yeah, if you are a novice or a pro, this program is very powerful and capable of changing your situation overnight if you follow through. Okay? It is very easy because the content is such that I have so simplified it that if you can click, cut, and paste, then you can use the program. It is like you standing on my shoulder as I show you what to do step by step. Okay? The price of the product on my website is ayobenson.com, and it's sold for 20,000 naira. But I sell it to £99 in UK, which is much more expensive, but I want to make it affordable to people in Nigeria. Now, if you have paid for the seminar, you're going to get this program free of charge. You're going to get this program free of charge. Okay? That's the program. That's the program right there. And it is a program that you can easily download in a few minutes. And you have hours and hours and hours of step-by-step of how you can start an online business. There are so many topics under this program that I'm actually going to read it out to you. So there are 3 resources I'm going to give you, people coming to that seminar, because I want to give you so much value, because all the things that I want you to take away is impossible. It's impossible to actually fit them into a one-day seminar. So what I've done is, with all these resources I'm giving you, you know what you're going to pay if you're attending to a course that, will take care of all the things that you're going to get from this. I'm just going to explain some of them to you. What will you be able to do after this course? Level 1. You'll be able to sell anything online in large quantity if you follow the process. You will discover your talent and be able to monetize it. I talked about discovering your talent earlier. You'll be able to start an online business with a greater chance of success because of the knowledge in this course. You will be able to use Power Editor to create a Facebook ads that attracts a lot of customers. You'll be able to use social media to reach a lot of people and then monetize it. You generate rapid results from your business using Facebook targeting techniques. I already talked about targeting before, so remember that. You will learn the secrets to help you perform in public. You will avoid the mistakes that may waste your initial capital. You can check out the product on ayobenson.com/product, but since I'm not selling it to you, if you want to have a look, just go there and check it out. And if you want to buy it, if you're not coming for the seminar, you want to buy it, please go ahead and do so. Ultimate Success Pathway podcast. I told you about the radio program the other time. It is a very, very powerful combination of knowledge to help you in business and to help you in life. So what's the content? Wow. Essential skills of the entrepreneur, Negotiation skills. You will learn the method I used in saving over 400,000 when we bought our office in London. That story is also in my book. If you go to the negotiation chapter, you find the story there. Getting customers, time management, generating ideas for new business, raising money for new business, dream to reality, the lesson of momentum, getting customers, the art of selling. I want to say something about the art of selling. Because selling is about the most important and the oldest trade in the world. And most people, they associate selling with, products. No, everything you do in life involves selling. You have to sell yourself. You know how to sell yourself? I don't mean in a negative way. Some people have dirty mind. Sell yourself is to package yourself and be the best that you can be. Selling is about influence. Now, Dr. Etiel Draw of University College London is an expert in translating how the theoretical scientific knowledge of how the brain works to help improve human performance in real-world domain. His work has been used by military corporations, government agencies. I adapted some of his methods that are so effective in these 3 powerful episodes. You may not directly identify them, but you will know these are no ordinary techniques. They are superpower techniques if you have the discipline to actually implement them. Okay? So this product is also on iobenson.com. If you're not coming for the seminar, you want to get it, it's just 8,000 naira. Okay? Then finally, my book, my great book. I love this book, and so many people love it too. I've talked about the book. I'm not going to say anything more about it, other than if you want to get it, go on iobenson.com/product and get it. But if you're coming to the seminar, I'm just going to give you free of charge when you've paid for the seminar. Now, my thoughts on the book. Our greatest weapon on our life journey is our mind. We have the power of choice on how we use it. And the decision is entirely ours. You will not only understand the powers of your mind, but you're presented with the ideas to be the best you can in whatever you do. Signed off by me. So you can get it from that link. Now, if you want to come to the seminar, this is how to register. If you go to iobenson.com and click Breakthrough Financial Freedom Seminar, then you can register. Okay? And the information on how to pay is also on the registration page. This is the link. If you want to just register directly, you can just pick up that link and then put it on your browser and you can register directly. But the easiest way is to go to iobenson.com, click the box that says Breakthrough Financial Freedom Seminar, and then register and pay. Okay, so that's it. I really thank you for being part of this webinar today. If you have any question or you have any comments to make about the content, please do come back to me, and then we will be able to answer your questions and make sure that you're happy with our conduct. Okay, now, going forward, I'm going to be doing this more regularly, so be on the lookout for the next one. Whether you're able to attend seminar or not, what I want to tell you is that learning is very, very critical in life. In the last chapter of my book, I talked about lifelong learning. Your value, amount of money you attract is based on the value that you bring to the marketplace. the marketplace, the value you bring to the marketplace. So if you increase your value, if you work on yourself, most people work hard on their jobs. They don't work hard on themselves. Working hard on yourself means learning, going to seminars, reading books, listening to audio books, watching, inspirational stuff on YouTube, instead of watching cats eating or cats fighting on YouTube. That will stand you in good stead for a life of purpose and of fulfillment. Until next time, I thank you for coming. And if you have a question, send your question to ayobenson.com, and I will be able to answer your questions. Or send your question to admin@manastores.com or ayobenson44@yahoo.com. Thank you and God bless.